Alright guys, this is a long plane review for Vendetta on the Amstrad CPC, and this was released by System Free Software in 1990 and is a conversion of the Commodore 64 original, which is very similar to the Last Ninja series of games also done by System Free, but this time the hero is not a ninja. He's been replaced by well, he's ex-Special Forces Army type dude, and his brother and his brother's daughter has been captured by and kidnapped, by terrorists out to steal a secret formula your brother has made, and off you go to rescue him. And well, the police also think you're involved with the kidnapping as well. So basically you need to sort of get around, collect all the clues in various levels, and rescue your brother and his daughter, and give the evidence to police when they require it. The main difference between Vendetta and Last Ninja series of games is that in between sort of the levels there's actually sort of a driving section which sort of aims to be like I don't know, Outrun, Turbo Outrun, with you driving a Ferrari F40, and well, this kind of sort of plays a bit like TechnoCop, if you remember that. Anyway, let's get this started up. Now, things are not looking good without any loading screen and a very poor title screen, and also the programmer name there, J.R. Hartley, which is actually a pseudonym, and for any of you in the UK will know where J.R. Hartley comes from. It's from a very famous Yellow Pages TV advert. So pseudonym's been used here, which doesn't bode well. So here we go. And yes, basically like two-colour graphics, and this is obviously a specky port. I'm going to speed through this as quickly as possible. We picked up two items there, a machine gun and a crowbar, and got various weapons we can change to. I've just changed to a knife, and I'm slowly knifing that guy there that just randomly just disappears. The wire cutters to pick up there, though it's not obvious. And then just follow my route. Basically all you need to do on these levels is just basically find all the items and then get to your waiting parked car. And the enemies you faced with, you might as well just walk past and avoid them. Anyway, go through this door. I'm going to pick up the necklace from the bed here as like evidence of the kidnapped daughter of your brother. And remember we picked up the crowbar earlier? Well, to use your items, press the enter key to sort of scroll through that bottom section. Use, and that opens the crate, and we've picked up some ammo. So press the space bar to choose your weapon. We've got the gun there. Enter to choose the ammo clip, and now we've got a working machine gun. Ho ho ho! So now we can shoot bad guys. We're just wandering around this rather simple complex, just looking for items. No. Okay, in this drawer we've got a book, which we'll come and read in a minute. We'll come back to this screen again because there's a computer there we need to use. This drawer here gives us a video cassette, like more evidence of the terrorists and their kidnapping activities. If you remember me saying earlier, currently the police and authorities believe you have something to do with the kidnapping for some strange reason. Why would you kidnap your own brother and then go looking for him? Keys are there, that's the keys to the car. And in this drawer is another video cassette. I'm not sure if you can go and watch them on that little monitor there or not. I haven't tried. I suppose this is more of a speed run than a long play, but I think I've pretty much done everything you can in the game. So we're going back to this computer here. We're going to choose the computer disk we picked up, and we have to enter a code. Don't know the code yet, so enter something random, and then choose the book, which tells us to insert the disk in the computer, which we've already done. So we've got to do that again. a complete waste of time, and where's the logic in this? Anyway, go back to the book and it tells you the code to use, which is 0705. So put the disc back in, enter the code 0705, and we've got a card there, and that's the weapons card, which will activate the weapons system in your car. And basically that is all the items on the first level. And believe me guys, this is a really easy game, and very quick to finish. It's about 15 minutes worth of playthrough really. And we're just literally coming to the end of the level now. And that's it, that's the entire first level essentially. So get to the car door there, choose the keys, and then choose your weapon card. And there we go. That's level 1 completed, and on to the driving section, which looks and plays appallingly. I've honestly no idea what's going on with those horrible graphics. Line drawings. Certainly the scenery here is. Basically guys, this is a absolute complete port of the Spectrum version, but the Spectrum version had less colour and it moved a lot faster. It's about 50% faster from what I've played. I did download a Speccy emulator and a tape image, and give the first level and the driving level here a go, and it's identical. But the Spectrum version actually looks a lot better and moves a lot better. So the Amstrad version, well, the poor old Amstrad got the bad end of the stick here, and has come worse off. And this is pretty much hardly anything like the Commodore 64 original. Commodore 64 original had proper, like, sort of pseudo isometric 3D graphics. As you saw on the first level there, it's more of a side-on view, and the layout of the level and the objects is a lot different. The driving section's a lot crapper, and the Amstrad version has no end of bugs as well. I'll come on to that when that happens. You've got 2 weapons in the car. You've got bullets to shoot at other cars, and you can hit the enter key to choose like a rocket for helicopters that attack you, but helicopters very rarely appear, and the enemy cars are just crap. Basically just no frames of animation on the enemy car apart from the sprite moving closer towards you. Awful sound effects, no music. The only thing I can say about the driving section is, well, at least we've got kind of we've got a scrolling backdrop, and it moves smoothly left and right, and there's bumps and hills and stuff you move up and down on, but that's about it. Really easy to complete this as well. I did really badly actually on this playthrough on this driving level. I crashed quite a few times. There was a helicopter appearing there briefly. When you get the ETA, it just tells you the estimated time of arrival to the next level. There we go. I think this is the army base. Use a crowbar there, and you can find a bulletproof jacket. So I'm getting a bit confused there with my objects. There we go, stabby. Pick up the rocket launcher from here. And then use a crowbar on this crate there. It's just really fiddly controls as well, and really sort of awkward placement. Oh yeah, we just picked up a rocket for the rocket launcher. And I've just used the bulletproof jacket there, and the status windows kind of corrupted. Right, choose a rocket launcher as your weapon. Select the rocket and fire it at this tank. Blow it up. Whee! I think they'll allow you to escape in the car, I believe. And just look at the status window in the bottom left corner there. It's all corrupted because we selected to use the bulletproof vest. I don't know why I bothered using it, because no one's ever shot me in this game yet. The enemy AI is absolutely appalling. In fact, this is one of the worst Amstrad games that I've played. When you compare it to the source material and the original on the Commodore 64. And the fact that it's a Spectrum port and it's about 50% slower than the Speccy version, then that's just adding insult to injury. Punch the door open here. Here we go, and just search all the tables here for various items that, well, we've got a handbag here. It doesn't seem much point to these items. What is missing out the Amstrad and Spectrum versions is in the driving levels, the police is meant to stop you at various points and demand to see some evidence from you. So and if you've picked up the certain right objects in the level, like the shoe here, proving that the kidnapped girl was held in that bed, the police will let you carry on, go about your business, solving the problem. But that's completely missing. So it's just basically wander around, search everywhere, pick up all the items, and then move on. And this is already the end of level 2. We're at the car, use the keys, and in we go. And on to another driving level. The game corrupted here. There's supposed to be a screen showing the route to take to the next level. Graphics corrupted, but I managed to get a screenshot. So I've just made a quick edit there just to show you that. And you're supposed to memorise that map, and when the road splits in two, a la sort of Outrun, you need to remember the quickest route to get there. But on the Amstrad and Spectrum versions, the arrow telling you which way to go still appears anyway. So finding that map and then studying it is absolutely pointless. As is your time generally playing this game. It's one of the probably one of the laziest programming jobs. It really is a very basic conversion, and quite appalling considering the year. Look, there you go. You get the arrow pointing you which fork in the road to take. So why bother collecting the map and then studying in it? Well, there you go. So onto the programmer who hid himself behind J.R. Hartley. Well, the programmer, I can tell you, is a guy called Steve Lamb, and he's no offence to the guy, but he's done some really appalling games on both the Amstrad and Spectrum. There's no way about it. No, I'm not going to mince my words here. He did the truly dreadful Typhoon conversion for Imagine software and Ocean software. That was absolutely appalling on the Amstrad. He also did the mystery version of Paperboy. Not the version that we've all played, but there was an unreleased version that somehow people on the scene have managed to get a copy of. It's in sort of 4 colours and it looks very similar to the Spectrum version. Well, that was the version done by Steve Lamb, but oh, just sorry guys, did you see the corruption there on the ETA countdown as the hills moved across the countdown? It all corrupted. Awful. Yeah, I was just mentioning the programmer Steve Lamb, and he did the awful conversion of Paperboy that Elite Software deemed was too dreadful, and eventually got Mark A. Hutchinson in to do the Amstrad version of Paperboy. About 6 to 10 months later, I had to do it all from scratch again. You can find the original version of Paperboy for the Amstrad on the CPC Power website. And I did a long play of Paperboy actually, and I added bonus footage of the unreleased crap version, and that was Steve Lamb. So sorry about that, mate. I think he also did Gyroscope for Melbourne House, which is a Marble Madness rip-off, which apparently wasn't too bad, and also Mad Balls for Ocean, which I've never played. But I think I read an interview of Steve Lamb somewhere, and he graciously admits that a lot of his conversions are pretty poor, and this is no exception. So we're coming up to the aircraft here. I don't know why we picked up a cap and a jacket earlier, but there you go. We're going to shoot the captor there, and there's the girl to rescue, your brother's daughter. Choose the clippers there that we picked up on the very first level to cut her free. And that's basically this level done, so just need to go back to the your Ferrari F40. Bear in mind, I was going to say as well, there's an awful lot of bugs in this game. This game crashed on me so many times when usually after sort of completing a level. Actually, when I got in the car here, it actually crashed on me. I had to try various different emulators and different disk dumps, and eventually I found a cracked version of the game, and I used a very old version of WinApe emulator, and it managed to allow me to get through the game. You can see some graphic distortion there as well. So it's very buggy and it crashes a lot. Controls are really fiddly. Picking up objects is a real pain in the arse. You basically have to press fire and then the direction you're facing in to pick up, and you often end up shooting or stabbing. And you think you're in the right position to pick up an item, and for some reason walking off several inches past it or below it, suddenly you're able to pick it up. Very bizarre. The graphics in this driving game is appalling. Basically two colours and one of them is black. And we're very near the end of the game now, guys. This is one of the worst conversions I've played. It's a nice quick little playthrough and long play for you. I've looked at, remember this is a system free game, and I looked at a couple of others recently, namely Myth, which is pretty good, and Last Ninja 2 or Last Ninja Remix. And I mentioned how much I hate system free. They did absolutely excellent games on the Commodore 64, but could not be fucked to do proper conversions to the Amstrad or Spectrum. And they were. Last Ninja was pretty bad. This is appalling. They made absolutely no effort whatsoever. So I really hate system free. And this is probably one of the worst games they've bothered to convert to the Amstrad. And basically this is the final level. There's like four or five screens, and that's it. And that'll be the game completed. There's probably one other system-free game I might look at, which is sort of similar to this and Last Ninja, which is called Tusker. But I'll see if I can be bothered. Here we go, guys. Absolutely, this is the last screen. Absolutely nothing to do. No like end fight against a bad guy. No real ending. Congratulations from Steve Lamb, not J.R. Hartley. You've saved the girl and the world. Thanks for playing Vendetta. And that's your lot. Absolutely appalling. Dreadful. That gets 2 out of 10 from me. Yeah, 2 out of 10. Absolutely awful. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Cheers, bye.